Nature has us guessing all the time. It shows us few pattern which are obvious, and it is showing us many other pattern, not few, many other pattern which is not. So when it comes to electrostatic force and gravitational force, the things are kind of convenient, you know. So if I write F is equal to some constant multiplied with two things which are object dependent and the distance square, right? So these are object dependent, basically intrinsic, object dependent. Now, which formula am I talking about? Yes, it can be both. I mean, this pattern is for both gravitational force and electrostatic force. So we won't be able to answer until unless I tell these are both charges, and this if not if these are both masses. So point is, there are certain patterns that is seen between electrostatic force and gravitational force that helps us understand and apply it very easily. If I know either of this, I can apply it in the other. So first thing first, both of them depend on charges, if not mass, right? They depend on this too. So let's understand charges and mass. Both are intrinsic property of matter. What does intrinsic mean? The property that belongs to object itself. It does not depend on what is happening externally. Again, you need to know this term. If not, you're not a physics student, right? Now, similarities. Similarities between the electrostatic force and gravitational force. Both are fundamental force. Make sense? Both seek the center. When they're pulling to the center. Both obey superposition theorem. That is, the influence of one will not be affected by the influence of the other. But the net can be found by adding them vectorially. Both are conservative force. Makes it very easy to calculate. We can make use of energy concept to calculate things, and both operate in vacuum. Of course, there are differences. The electrostatic force has both attraction and repulsion, so this helps in charging and discharging. Gravitational force is independent of medium, while electrostatic force is dependent, medium dependent, and because of which we are able to charge devices. Electrostatic force is much greater than that of gravitational force. Why? Because this constant is very high. Actually, it's not that, it's nature. Is it not? It's nature, not that we have set it. That's how it's in nature. So mathematically, we're able to change this constant and tell that, you know what, gravitational force is a lot weaker compared to electrostatic force. Lastly, we have electrical field can be shielded. That has to do with this point actually. This is what we're going to learn in the next set of videos and chapters and everything. This is what we're going to make use of, and we are going to build devices, and we are going to build radio as well. You know, I'll be doing that project. I hope you guys enjoy that. So we're going towards that. You know, it's a point of being excited. I hope I made it a bit exciting. So understanding all of this, we'll be able to build a radio, simple radio, which works. So electrical field can be shielded while the gravitational field cannot be. Okay guys, so you can pause and write it off. The next set of videos, we're going to learn a lot of things. There's a long journey ahead till a point we are able to build a small radio.